Hello everyone. Welcome to Quant Masters. I'm Harshita Alveli. So today we have Max with us who is placed in TCS. So he is here to share his experience with us. Let's get started. Let's talk to him and get to know about the entire interview process in detail. Hi Max.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you? Could you please unmute yourself?
Sorry. Hi, ma'am. Hello. How are you?
I'm good, Max. So firstly, I would like to congratulate you for getting placed in TCS. That's really an amazing thing.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It really means a lot.
Okay, so let's talk about the interview experience. But before that, could you tell more about yourself, Max?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Hello, all. Myself, Max Johnson, and currently I'm in my final year from Father Roderick's College of Engineering, which is in Mumbai, Bandra. And recently I've placed in TCS. It was really a great experience. It was my first on-campus experience where I applied for the company. And yeah, of course, everyone know that TCS is always the first company to visit in each and every colleges. It was really a great experience. It's a top MNC company which comes under top Fortune 500, where you come to know where you stand. Lakhs of students apply for this placement process, and the process is not that lengthy. It's easy, but you need to be familiar with those things. And I would really like to thank Quant Master for guiding me throughout each step. Whenever I required any guidance or support, Quant Master was always be there with me with each and every silly doubts where I need to be there. The process was like they visited on campus. I remember the date on 3rd of July. I gave my test, which was on the Sunday. Usually, I was like, why they keep the exams on Sunday? But yeah, it's a placement process, so it can take any time, anyways. So the exams were conducted online. So I gave the test at sitting at my home. The timing was from 2 to 5. The test was not that easy. It was a moderate and hard, but when you be confident and you have a mock test and all, so you will get familiar with those concepts.
So, what were the sections that were there the
Yeah,
first round, Max?
there were two for the first round. There were two subsections, where basic foundation, and then you will have an advanced section. In the basic section, there were three subsections, where will be quant and verbal and reasoning. So this comprise of basic, like basic level. They are comprised with the basic questions, and then we have an advanced section, which where we have an advanced quant and advanced reasoning. Apart from that, we have a coding question where two coding questions were given, and we need to solve. And a number of language you can use if you want. For you to be familiar with C++, Java, Python, or any other language, you can go ahead with that. So
So,
this
do you
was
remember the number of questions that were there in every section?
yeah, every section there were 15 questions for the basic foundation, and then for the advanced questions there were 10 questions on each section, and two coding questions were there.
Okay, so what was the time given to answer all these questions?
There were no specifically time for each question, so they were given section wise timing, so you have to follow that section wise timing. I'm
And
not
you could navigate between the questions?
No, this time they have removed those functionalities to navigate the questions. If you're in the question number 2, so you have to attend the question number 2, and you cannot
Then go
navigate
to
in
the
any
next
other
one.
questions.
You cannot get back to the previous question.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, nice. So this happened on, I'm sorry, I forgot the date. When did this?
It's on 3rd of July, which was on
3rd of July, 2022. Okay.
Yes.
Then when did you get to know the results of this round?
Within a 1 week, I guess on 10th of July, I got selected for digital. So this the selection was based on like how did you score in each section, completing both the sections like basics and advanced section. So I was luckily got selected for digital interview round. On 9th of July, I received a mail that day after tomorrow you have your interview. So be ready with all the documents. So TCS as a very good process. Like before the interview, they'll give you like what are the documents you have to be ready. So there are 10 to 15 documents, including your mark sheet, passport, and PAN card, Aadhaar card. So this document should be ready in your device where when you will be giving your interview. So I had my laptop, so where I have scanned all those documents and kept it. So in case during my interview process, if they want to rectify or verify the candidate is itself is giving the interview or some or the other, since it's an online process, so they can anytime they can tell you to share your screen, show their documents on screen with the camera, or they can tell you to share your screen and show whatever the documents they wanted to check it.
Okay.
So this was the written in the email, and yeah, it was really a systematic way. So my on 14th of July, I remember on 13th of July, I gave my interview. So it was very good interview interaction. There were three panelists. One was the technical head, and one was the managerial, and one was HR person was there. So it took around 1 hour. The interview took 1 hour, and it was really a good experience for me since it was the first interview experience on campus. I will suggest it's not more on what you are studying, like the concepts or the coding languages. It's more on the resume, what you do and all. So make
Okay.
sure that whatever you have written in your resume, you are familiar with those things. Please don't write for a sake that you want to fill your resume. If, for example, I'm not familiar with Java, so I've not written Java that I know. I know only basics. So I know that they won't be asking me a basic questions on my interview process. So that is why I removed Java from my resume. So I was familiar with C++ and Python. So I've written that part. So the questions were asked on basis of that only. While you are mentioning your projects, mention each and everything in a detail, because since it's an online process, they expect you to answer each and everything what you have done from scratch to the advanced section in your projects. And I would suggest my experience. I just asked them. So as I said it was my interview where I was explaining about my resume. So I just asked the interviewer so that I can share my screen, and where I was able to share my screen and gave my all interview process, what I have done in my resume and all my projects. So whatever I have mentioned in my resume. So it was really a great interaction with the interviewer. So then they came to the part of like what is my hobbies and what I wanted to do in my career. And nowadays, TCS are more focused on trending topics, like, for example, trending domain. If you see, blockchain is in trending, blockchain, cybersecurity. So they are expected to know you are familiar with those topics. Even if you're not familiar, you know the basic concepts of that. So the interview asked me about blockchain, cybersecurity. So I was very familiar with those concepts. So I just gave him a brief introduction about that. And yeah, he was very happy that students are a bit aware about that, what's our current technology is going on. And then the question came like, if you get an opportunity to relocate? So I said, yeah, of course, I'm a person who loves to travel a lot, and where I can showcase my talent, and where I see that myself growing with a new location and interacting with the new people will make me a more tremendous to grow in my career. So this was my interview experience. And after 1 week itself, they declared the result. And unfortunately, first they gave me digital role, TCS digital, but due some of the reasons, they as of now given me TCS Ninja, and I will be having one more interview round in within the 3 months, and then let's see what goes on. So
Okay.
yeah,
And what's the package that's offered for you, Max?
it's a 3.36 LPA. I
Okay.
have got
So
as of
you are waiting for the other round, which might happen in few
yes. As I
months.
said, I got selected for digital, but
Mhm.
then due to some of the reason of within the company itself, I have
Okay.
given now as of Ninja, and within 3 months I will be having one more interview round where I can upgrade it to digital.
Okay. Great. Great. I wish you all the best. I
Yeah,
hope
thank
you
you
get
so much.
selected for
Yeah,
the digital thing. And yeah, since you are a student of Quant Masters, would you like to tell how was your journey with Quant Masters, Max?
yeah, of course, it's really a great journey. It was an evening session where we all were free. Like morning, we used to attend college lectures, then coming back to home at 5, then resting for 1 hour, and then just starting with the lectures from 6 to 8. Then we have different lectures. So it was really a great experience to attend those online session. It was more than interaction section, if you say. We used to ask the doubts to the sir during those during those live session, and we have a mock test facility available. And now Quantmaster has also introduced very new concepts, like more topics on web technologies and software testing, software development life cycles, and many web development topics were also included, which I feel it's very important as a interview point of view, because companies are expecting to that you are familiar with all the domain of all the tech stack. which is in currently going on. And every step, whenever I felt that I am not pretty sure, I have spoke to the support team, and they were very familiar with all those things, and they made me like you can get the recorded session as well as, and if you have any one-to-one mock test, I got an opportunity to have a mock interview as well, one-to-one mock interview, which made me like more comfortable. I'll surely tell you guys that when you go for your first interview, this is something you might be nervous and you might not be that happy after coming from that interview. But just remember one thing, those interview will make you more stronger, because you will come to know where you stand and where you lie and what those mistakes you have done, and you will be familiar. And when I gave my thesis interview, I was aware that I have not known much more in coding part, so I can start learning those parts. And for an example, I was not that familiar with the OOPS concepts, although it's a very easy topic. But at particular time, I was not much clear about that OOPS concept. So I thought of reading more about OOPS and all. So yeah, of course, this mock interview was really helpful, and it was like every HR questions were asked in those mock interview which I gave by the Quant Master, which I got an opportunity. The same questions were asked in my interview, like whenever I see other company interview as well. So really, I appreciate the Quant Master with a good amount of thinking of middle class people, middle class students, and offering in small amount and getting a large exposure. It's really good, and they think a lot of students, and I expect that this what the process they are doing and what is the way of teaching will be there till the n number of years. And of course, as I received many blessings from Quant Masters, and whatever they taught me throughout the batch of 3 months ka process, this will be more to go. And I'm very familiar with Quant Master, and I know few of them very hardly through LinkedIn and all. We are connected through LinkedIn, and especially LinkedIn plays a major role when you are in tech stack and when you are in a tech reel. So yeah, of course, Quant Master has always gave me n number of times whenever I have a doubt, n number of mock interviews, n number of mock tests I gave it. So it was really a good exposure and a good experience. Although it was late for me, I was familiar with Quant Master like when I was in a third year. But I thought it's a 3 month course, so let's wait till the last year. But then when I joined it, then I was like, I could have joined much more earlier, than I could be in a good stage. But nevertheless, even though if you start late, Quant Master is there for you. They will make you understand each and every concepts from a basic to advanced. So each one are treated equally. So we are Quant Master is like they won't expect that you are advanced level student or you are a basic. Each one is treated equally, and they can grow you well. So especially I would like to thank Quant Master for this opportunity to also give my ideas to you all. And I hope that whatever the ideas, whatever the experience I've shared with you all, this will give you an extra edge to prepare yourself for the upcoming interview or upcoming company campus placements. So thank you, Quant Master, for this wonderful opportunity to showcase my experience in front of you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mac. Thanks for all the kind words. We are really happy that we could help you. You are also placed successfully. That's really an amazing thing. And one last question, Max. Would you recommend Quant Masters to your friends and juniors?
Yes, of course. I have recommended many of my juniors since we get a referral code. So that was something which they get benefited of the amount. And I can trust it that where I have started using Quant Master, even though now also I've used, like I have those access of recorded lectures of 1 year. So I'm using now also whenever I think that I'm not familiar with this concept. So yeah, of course, I have recommended my juniors in any ways, and they are using it, and they have started using all those.
Nice. Thank you so much. And also thanks for being here, sharing all the information with us, Max. All the students who are trying to get placed in TCS, your experience will definitely help them.
Thank you. All the best to all.
Thank you once again, and congratulations.
Thank you.